Hey guys, Pack TV here, and today we are doing something a little different. So while I was gone, a bunch of Friday Night Funkin' mods came out that I never got to play for the channel. Ourple Guy V3 being one of the many mods that came out. So I figured, for Ourple Guy, why not rank all the songs? In my opinion, there are no bad songs in this mod. I think even the number 22 spot is like a 6 out of 10. So don't worry, I'm not calling any of the songs bad. 2, this video is inspired by Neo Knight's video, where they go over all of the Mario Madness V2 songs. So go check them out, I'll link the video in the description below. And finally, this is my opinion. We may have different ones on certain songs, and that's okay. Please, if you're respectful about it, tell me where you'd place these songs and why. I'll make sure to check out all the comments. With that being said, let's get to ranking. So Bad Arse at number 22. I don't think a lot of people would put this song this low, but for me, there's just a couple things weighing it down below the rest of the songs. But we'll start off with the pros. 1, I think the voices are really cool. I think most of the voices in this mod are really cool and they're done really well. And same with the art in this song, it's pretty cool. And it has a somewhat of a catchy rhythm, but that's kind of where most of my pros kind of go out of the way and where I get to the cons. 1, it's kind of boring in my opinion. It doesn't really feel like it's saying much, and it kind of just feels like it's out of place with the rest of the mod. It doesn't have any big drop that like stands out from the rest of the song. It all kind of sounds the same. The sound effects of the punches get really old really fast. But again, it's not a bad song, it's just not my thing, and there are definitely a lot of better songs in this mod.
We're surrounded by fish. Horny fish. You know what that means. Fish orgy.
So go fish at 21. Let's start off with the pros again. The voices, again, are really cool. Same with the art. I love the aesthetic they have going on here. Fits the FNAF world style beautifully. But again, I have the same sort of problems with really boring in my opinion. And it feels really long. This song is one of the couple songs in this mod that feel really long. It also doesn't have this memorable of a drop in my opinion. It has the one part where the screen gets all white and you get flashbang, but like, I don't know, it doesn't really do much for me. And the only reason that this is above Bad Arse is because of the theming of the actual song itself being actually related to FNAF, unlike Bad Arse. Beatbox at number 20. I know for some people that this song is actually a lot higher on their list, but let me explain. So with the pros, it is catchy as hell. Like, this is probably one of the more catchy songs in the mod, and again, the voices and art are really cool. And I will say that this is a huge improvement over the V2 version. I really like the V2 version, personally. I thought it was a cute little joke song, but this actually makes it a really good song. But the cons are, it's still pretty short. I still wish it was a little bit longer. It has a lot of other themes from other songs sprinkled in there, which is the point of the song, but also I just wish it had a little bit more originality to it. And it's, you know, it's just kind of there. It's not a bad song, it's just kind of there, and I wish it was a little bit longer. I wish it had a little bit of a bigger drop and such, and maybe had a switch in tone or something, but as for now, it's just kind of there. It's a good song, just nothing above where it is.
While you were talking, Freddy scratched his balls.
No, he didn't. He's an animatronic. He didn't even have balls.
I don't know the actual name of this song. I just call it IIRC because that's what's on the gaming console thing, so I'm just gonna call it RC to make it easier. This song came out with the 3.5 version, kinda, when they did a lot of bug fixes, so it wasn't in the main part of the mod, but it just got added, so I figured I should add it as well. So again, we'll start off with the pros. I think the beat in this song is probably one of the best in the mod. It is a cool ass beat. And the voices are okay. I am not a huge fan of atonals, spoiler alert, but I think this one does it alright. It's, you know, it fits the song style, and it is really catchy. I think it has a really catchy theme. But with the cons, it's too short in my opinion. I wish it was a little bit longer. The atonals are fine. I just don't like atonals that much. And I get with the PNG images, it's funny and faithful to how Ourple V2 did some of their songs, but it's just, I wish it was actual art. And I get that this was supposed to be like a little something for the update, but nothing major, so I get that. So maybe when a V4 hopefully comes around for Ourple Guy, there's going to be art with the song, and it's going to be a little bit longer, and it will probably be higher, because as of right now, it's still a pretty good song.
Look, next thing. This nigga full purple, nigga. My man's so scared, he behind the crib. He in the backyard looking over like, damn.
Guy at number 18. So this is the song that's basically started it all. It is a perfectly decent song. The beat is good. I love how BF's voice sounds. It's a great first song and a great opening to the mod. I don't like Ourple Guy's voice when it's not tuned. I like some songs where it's tuned, and we'll get to those later in the list, but right now it's just not tuned. I just don't like it. It's kind of grating almost. It's a little long, and it overstays its welcome just a bit, not too much, and after a little bit it kind of gets a little boring to listen to after a while, but that's just kind of my opinion. I know some people really like this song, but I'm just not one of the people. Ooh boy, Watchful at 17. I know there are a lot of fans of this song, so let's start off with the pros before people start disliking the video. So I want to start off by saying the voices again are sick. I love the way the voices are done. The art is awesome. The beat goes amazing in some areas, like the drops where it's like boom or something like that. It's like really cool. And the references with like the Living Tombstone song, it's really cool and it's a really nice touch. It's a huge improvement over V2's version in my opinion. But I don't like the length. I just think it's very long for some reason. I feel like it overstays its welcome a little too much. And for some reason, I don't know if it's just me or if it's like a bug or something, but this song is like very loud for some reason. Like it gets super loud for no reason. And I don't know, it's just like, I feel like that one pixel art section, it's cool, it looks pretty cool, it's just, I feel like it could have done without it. It didn't really add much to me. But yeah, that's just pretty much it for Watchful. It's a great song, but I just wish it could have been a little bit better.
Is this Fluvo animation? Fluvo animation? Was it? That seemed very Fluvo-core.
Lurking at number 16. So, actually, fun fact, when I first played this mod, I thought this song was probably a top 10 song in my opinion. I thought this song was amazing. But after replaying it some time and after, listening to the other songs again and, getting a re-listen of everything, I realized that it's a good song, just not an amazing song. And we'll go over that. So for the pros, the voices, again, I keep saying that, but I gotta keep giving credit because the chromatics and the voices are super cool. The beat is awesome, and it is way better than the V2 version of the song, which I really didn't like, honestly. And the chorus, like the fucking, that part, yeah, that's really catchy. And now let's go over the cons though. It is repetitive as hell in some areas. Some areas feel like it's the same thing for like 30 seconds, and it's a little much. And I would say it's a little bit too long, not too long, but it's just like a little bit. And it takes a long time to get to that ending drop area where it's like, it's a little too late kind of thing. I wish it was longer and had maybe like a bigger impact, but yeah, that's really it.
Five Nights at Freddy's. That's where I wanna be. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Faz News at 15. So, fun fact, in V2, I think this was probably one of my top 3 favorite songs. I really loved Fast News in V2, but I can now admit with all the updated songs and re-listening that this is not as good as I once thought it was. But it's still really good. 1, it's catchy as hell, like I keep saying for most of these songs. 2, the voices, again, are really cool. And it's the fastest song, which I kind of put down as a pro and a con, because it's cool because it's fast and it's fun to play, but it's a con because it's sometimes a little too fast, and I feel like some parts are fast for the sake of being fast, and it's better than the V2 version. I think it's a little long for what it's supposed to be. I think if like 30 seconds was shaved off from the song, I think it would be like a pretty good length, but I feel like it's really long for what it's supposed to be. And for some reason, it's just not as memorable as the other songs in the mod, especially after V3. And again, same thing with Lurking, that some of those parts feel a little bit repetitive. The only reason I think this is above Lurking is just because I've loved it since V2, and I think the new part they added made it a little bit better, so I kind of just like this song. It has a soft spot in my heart. Okay, Restless at 14. This is another song that I know people are gonna kind of disagree with me, and let me explain myself. Pros: the voice is sick. I love the crying child's voice. It's perfect. The beat is awesome. The art is so cool. Like, some of the parts of the song go insanely hard, and they're easily recognizable. My only 2 cons are it's too short, and I don't feel like there's this big climactic moment. Like, it feels like we're gonna get to a climactic moment at some points, but it doesn't ever hit. And a lot of the songs above this have that climactic moment, and it's like, that's cool. And I don't know, this one just, if it was longer and had a bigger climactic moment, I feel like this would be so much higher, because everything else about it is pretty awesome.
Holy shit, it's Freddy Fazbear. FNAF.
Showtime at number 13. For some reason, I don't see a lot of people talk about this song. I think it's awesome. I think it's super catchy, Freddy's voice is really cool, and I love the playful nature of the song and how it lands. It doesn't really have a big drop like the other song I talked about, but like, it doesn't really feel like it needs it. It just feels like kind of a carnival song, where it's like you're kind of just having fun for the sake of having fun. But that does lead into the cons, where it doesn't really have that much of an impact, and it's just kind of not as memorable as the other song. I mean, obviously, aside from that one part with Purple Guy in the background, but, you know, that's besides the point. I think it's just a cute little song. Nothing much else to say about it.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory. And on this episode, we're going to be trying to figure out who the fuck asked.
Lore at 12. I know I'm going to get at least a couple dislikes for this. Let me explain. Lore is probably one of the most catchy songs in the mod, and it is one of the most memorable and beloved songs of the mod. I think Matt Pratt's voice is cool, it's fast, it's funky, it's got a great chorus, it's super awesome. I don't like Ourple Guy's voice, man. I wish it was tuned. If it was tuned and just a little less grating, I think this would probably be one of my favorite songs in the mod. It's so good aside from Ourple Guy's voice. And I think it's just a little bit too long, not too bad. I just feel like it goes on for a little bit longer. Like, each version of the song has just gotten longer and longer, where I don't think it really needed to be. I think just like the V2's length was pretty good. I don't think it needed to be too much longer. Again, it's not a bad song, it's an amazing song, just if those two things were changed, I feel like it could be even better.
I sold my kidney and my firstborn son to get this NFT. The market just crashed, guys. I'm down $10 trillion. My doctor said I only have 5 minutes left to live. All I have to say is big chunk.
Man at number 11. Whoo boy, this is a song I did not know how to feel about when I first played. I didn't even really remember it that much because I kind of didn't really like it in the V2 version. But after replaying it, whoo, I was sorely mistaken. But let's start off with the pros. The voices are, again, really great. And the drops, because there are two, I think, in my opinion, on this song, are so good. It's catchy as hell, and the voices really work well with the song. I only have two problems with it. One, it's almost a little short, and I don't think it is, but it leads into my other problem with the ending. I get it's supposed to be funny, and it is. It is a little bit funny, but it lasts a little too long, and it makes the song feel short because it kind of just ends sort of and it just feels really abrupt. So I feel like if they changed that a bit, or maybe added like a third part after that where it's like he goes, I don't know, he snaps or something or whatever, like that'd be sick. And maybe it'd make the song even better, but for now it's still a really good song and almost cracked the top 10.
Michael, don't leave me here. Michael!
Performance at number 10. I don't think a lot of people talk about this song, and I really don't know why. I love this fucking song so much. It is incredibly catchy, and the voices are really, really cool. And I think it has probably the third best improvement over V2, and some parts are just so freaking cool. Honestly, my only con really with it is that it's a little bit long, and it's just not as memorable as the other songs, which sucks because it's really cool. And maybe if it had like a bigger drop or something, it would be a little bit more memorable, but I kind of wish people just took it for what it was. But it's still a top 10 song and still an amazing song.
You like jazz?
Midnight at number 9. This song has pretty much stayed where I've always wanted it to be in terms of V2 and V3. A really, really amazing song. It is jazz fucking overload. It is swinging jazz, and it is such a great tune. The voices, again, are sick, and the drop, especially with the Michael Jackson part, it is so cool. And the visual update from V2 is really noticeable. It's super cool. The only two cons I have with this are that it's a little bit long. Like, I'm saying, like, in air quotes, a little bit long. It's fine. And it's a little repetitive in some areas where it feels like I just want to get to the next part, which is the drop, which is obviously the best part of the song. But yeah, no, literally this song is like so good. And the only reason it's not higher is just because every other song that's above it is just if is a hair, if not a lot better in my opinion. Golden at 8. Speaking about being a hair above Midnight, I honestly think that this song and Midnight are interchangeable. So honestly, take these two rankings with a grain of salt because they could just be so interchangeable. It just depends on the day. Golden could be at 9 and Midnight could be at 8, or vice versa. It just depends on the day. Because the pros are, this is the second best Ourple Guys song of the week. It's upbeat, it's fun. I love the rock aesthetic. The Ourple Guys' voices finally tuned. It sounds a lot better. The beat is amazing. The cons are it's just a little long and a little repetitive, sort of like Midnight. So that's why these two are really interchangeable. Yo! What the
You want penis enlargement pills?
Alright, Cash Money at number 7. For some people, this is their favorite song of the mod. And trust me, I get that it's an amazing song, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite of the mod. I would say the pros are it's creative as hell. I love the creativity of this. It is super different from any other Friday Night Funkin' song I've heard. And the beat drops, oh my. It is also incredibly fun to play. It is like when you're playing it, you feel cool. And the second half of this song is so damn catchy. And again, the voices are really cool along with the art. And that kind of leads into my cons a little bit, but because the song kind of starts out weak, in my opinion, with a couple of weird note choices here and there. But like by the second half, it is, oh my god, so good. So I feel like if the song had that same level of quality between the whole song, I feel like I would be able to put this in like the top 3 maybe. But for now it's in the top 10 and it deserves it. It's such a great song. Dismantle at 6, the last song of the Ourple Guy week, and obviously, in my opinion, the best. Let's explain. So Ourple Guy's voice is a perfect blend of atonal and toned in my opinion, and I think it just sounds so good. It's so damn catchy. The pixel section, which is like the mini game kind of section, looks so cool. Honestly, the rock aesthetic of this fits a little bit better than it does in Golden. I would say the cons are it's just a little bit short. Like the actual parts where they're singing needs to be a little bit longer, because the other con is that there's a long ass intro in the song. I wish it was a cutscene, not part of the song. That's kind of where it is. But still, an amazing song. Barely doesn't crack the top 5, but easily could have.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Alright, Bite at number 5. So I know I talked about a lot about how atonals aren't really my thing, but I feel like this is atonals done right. And I don't think that all songs with atonals are bad. Like, Smoke and Mirrors is one of my favorite Friday Night Funkin' songs, and that has atonals. But enough about that, this is Bite. Bites is so catchy, and it really sparked a whole subgenre of different songs, and like, that kind of style. And I think Mark's voice is so cool. It's so good, and the drops land. The art and effort is really incredible in this song. The fact that you can click on the doors and they actually do stuff is incredible. And this probably has the second biggest improvement in any V2 song. Like, it looks so good. And honestly, the only con I have for this is that it maybe is a bit long. Honestly, that's about it. I can't really think of any other cons for this. It's just super good.
Why, hello there, old sport.
Miller at number 4. You didn't expect it this low. Some people would probably place this in their top 2, if not the best song. But I think the top 3 are a little bit better. But here's why. Pros, again, the voices are incredible. Each character has such a distinct and recognizable voice, and they flow well, so good with the song. The art, again, is amazing. It's super catchy and memorable. The animations that Miller does himself are super cool and creepy. But the only con I have is that I wish this song was updated. I wish they made the ending part a little bit longer. I know that there's a lot of updates to certain songs in this mod, and they probably didn't have a lot of time with this, but I just wish they updated this song a little bit to be like, to have the ending part be a little bit longer, just so it could be like really impact you that, you know, everyone came back and they're gonna beat his ass. I feel like that would make this song perfect. But for now, it's still probably one of the best songs in the mod.
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name, but I'm afraid you've been misinformed.
Terminated at number 3. Some people might have even forgotten about this song, and I don't know why anyone would forget about this song. Let's just start off with the pros. Voices are amazing, the beat is awesome, the rock is amazing, it's so catchy. It is better than the V2 version, which for a while I did not think so until I re-listened to it again, and oh my god, was I wrong. And the fact that they add GF in this song, and it's the only song with GF in it that actually, you know, uses her voice, is so cool, and her parts are really good. The only con I wrote down was that, like, the part where they go into, like, the mini game looking thing, it wasn't needed. I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong, like, it's really cool, and it sounds really cool. I just feel like the song would have been the same level of quality without it, and maybe it would have shaved off, like, a couple seconds of the song that could have been used for other things, but it's still awesome, and I literally couldn't think of another con. Followed at 2. Ooh boy! If you've played the mod and know all the songs, you know it's number 1 and they're probably super confused, but we'll get to that in a moment. But for those who don't remember, let's just listen. So, I can't think of any cons for this song aside from the fact that it's a little bit long, and that's just me being nitpicky as hell. I can literally name hundreds of things that are so good about this song. It is beautiful to look at, it is catchy, it is memorable, it has probably the biggest glow up from V2. It is such a treat to look at. It is creepy. It basically accomplishes everything it wanted to do with this song. Like, there isn't a bad part of the song. The drops land. When you play it, you feel like you're facing the final boss. It's an incredible song. However, there's just one song that, in my opinion, is a bit better. Alright, so we made it to the top 1. Now, if you played the mod and remember all the songs, you're probably wondering what my explanation for this is. But if you haven't, here it is. Yep. Trapped. I don't have an explanation for this. It is one of my favorite Friday Night Funkin' songs of all time. V2, Ourple Guy, had this song, and I thought it was really cool and a little bit underrated. This one is perfect. Yeah, I said it. It's a perfect song in my opinion. I cannot think of a con. I literally cannot. Like, I think that's me just being a little bit biased. Fuck it, it's my list. I adore this song. It is such a good rock song. The art is really cool. The effects it has, the note choices, the long note voices. I could go on and on. This is my favorite song of Ourple Guy V3, and I hope that if they touch this song in V4, that they do anything they can to try and improve it, because I would love to see them try and improve an already perfect song in my opinion. But yeah, that is my favorite song of V3 Ourple Guy. And I know how I've been doing a favorite part for each of the songs before. I can't, or else I'd just be playing the whole thing. If you want to listen to this song, I might even link it in the description. It is so fucking good, bro. I don't get why people don't love this song as much as I do. It is so good. But anyway, guys, that was the ranking. Again, if you have any different opinions and such, leave them in the comments below. Hey, if they're respectful or, you know, nice, and you're nice about it, I'll probably respond. But if not, then leave. Anyway, guys, I'll probably do this again at another time. But I'll see you all later. Take care.